Okay, so in previous class we were in previous class we were talking about this that was the orifice plate thing, and what we did here, that orifice plate, you have an orifice, and orifice from that by doing some restriction or constriction in the cross section, you are decreasing the cross section, so you are measuring somehow a delta p. Now that delta p across the orifice would be a function of your, again, what you have a fluid, you have density, you have viscosity, you have velocity, you have a orifice diameter and pipe diameter, right? In case of orifice, length doesn't come into the picture. So if you will take length also, it won't create any problem. If you will add also length also in this, it won't create any problem to you. So addition of more number of parameters would no harm actually. So this part we did in morning class actually. So there we have the listed all parameters first. So this part we did. Then after that you count them, how many parameters are there? 6. Then write the dimensions of each of the parameters in terms of MLT or maybe temperature also. And so you write it here, count all primary the dimension here. So if you see all the dimension here, you have M, L, and T. So total primary dimension involved here are 3 only. After that, you have to choose a repeat parameters which would be used in more than one group. So as a rule, your guidelines are density, your velocity, and diameter. If these are there, you need not to think anything, just directly take them as a repeat parameters. Because in this, your 3 dimensions would be connected, because D would give you L, velocity would give one is L, one is T, so T would come from velocity, and density will give you the mass actually. Okay, so these are generally being taken as a repeat variables. Fine. And then you got here 3, and now you find the difference of n minus this are the repeat variables here, and then you got number of dimensionless group are 3. So this we did in morning. So first you add these 3 the repeat variables with your uh, actually unrepeated parameter, which was a delta p1. Substitute the dimensions of all of them, calculate these powers a, b, and c by equating the power of m, power of l, power of t. So you will get 3 equations in case of 3 constant ABC. So you will solve them here. So once you will solve these actually equations, you will get your b equal to minus t, c equal to this, a you already got. Finally, you got a first dimensionless group with delta p upon rho v square. So this is called a pressure coefficient actually. Delta P, if you will put a half of rho V square here, this will become a pressure coefficient. Same way, your next variable is viscosity. So you take all the repeat parameters, just put a power of ABC here, and again, just put dimensions here, and calculate again your constant ABC. So once you will calculate all these constant ABC, you will get again you are the next the repeat the dimensionless parameter pi 2 is mu upon rho vd is Reynolds number. After that you have your third parameter left is throat diameter. So you just take the throat diameter, again you calculate your dimension means analysis, equate the power of mlt, and then you got your constants. So finally you got a c, rest of the constants you calculate here 0, b is 0, a is 0, c is minus 1. So you got third dimensionless parameter d upon d. So delta p, you are the measuring from Venturi, so that is the left hand side, and it would be a function of other dimensionless parameter, whatever you have calculated from here. So you calculated pi 2 and pi 3. So pi 2 was mu by rho vd, the Reynolds number, and inverse of that, and d upon d is further something. What is d upon d in case of venturi or the or means the orifice? What is d upon d?
Beta.
Yes, beta actually, or angle of contraction or something. D upon d was the beta actually. So that was just to find dimensionless. So if you want to scale up that particular orifice for which we have solved this, only these three dimensionless parameters need to be considered, and these values means whatever value we will get from here by calculation from here, its value should not change from model to prototype. So if you are doing your calculation from model to prototype, just put delta p upon rho b square for model should be equal to delta p upon rho b square for prototype. Same thing need to be done for the Reynolds number, that mu upon rho bd upon for model should be equal to mu upon rho bd of prototype. And same thing to a d upon d of model should be equal to d upon d of prototype. And this will give you your the scale up of your model actually. Okay. So let's do one problem for that, and then you will understand how to do for model to prototype. So this is the typical type of problem with this, because generally once you will design the problem in industry or your real life, nobody is going to give any parameter. They will say, this is what you have, now you do whatever you want, you give me the solution. So that type of problem, it is this one here. What you have here, a water pump with impeller diameter of the 60 centimeter is to be designed to move 0.4 meter cube per second. So this is the flow rate. This is the diameter of the means the impeller when the running at 800 RPM. Okay. Testing is performed. This is for testing. Testing is performed on a 1/2 scale model running. Means this was the actual one, that the 60 centimeter, and which can give you this much flow rate at 800 RPM. This is your actual means prototype. Now you want a testing. Testing is performed on half scale, means whatever dimensions you have for this, that's the model dimensions are half. That's what is called half scale. Model running at 2000 RPM. It is being tested for air. So air is taken as a fluid for testing there at 20 degrees Celsius. For similar conditions, and similar conditions neglecting the Reynolds number effect. They already gave in the question neglecting the Reynolds number effect. It has some sense also. I will tell you why. Because in case of pump, the flow pattern is not being followed. Reynolds number gives the flow pattern. So in case of pump, there is no flow pattern. So the Reynolds number doesn't play any role in case of pump. So therefore, there it is being mentioned here. The Reynolds number effect is neglected, because wherever you are not following the flow pattern, you should not bother about it. So therefore, some numbers need to be neglected. What will be the model flow rates? So once you are testing for the model, what should be the flow rate for that? If model takes the power, draws the power of 75 watt, what would be the power or requirement of prototype? So once you are testing the model at the 75 watt, so you have to also tell what would be the power of actual prototype one. Now energy per unit mass and power depends. This is what they have the given to you. If not given also, you should also be able to understand it. Energy per unit mass and power depends on density, viscosity, diameter, speed, and flow rate. And that's common thing. If you are providing energy to a particular fluid or a power of a pump, it depends on what? It will depend on density of the fluid, it will depend on viscosity, it will depend how big impeller diameter is, what speed it is the moving, and what is the flow rate. So these are the common thing. If you want to say, let's say power would also depend on the surface tension. Practically not, but if you will take it also, you will not do nothing wrong in that. Okay, if you want to say no, no, I want to add surface tension also, you can add. But by adding of that, the nothing row will get, because it will automatically will go to a different group actually. One person say no, it will depend on gravity also. You add it gravity also if you want. It won't create any problem also. But gravity is not the fluid property. Gravity is the universal property. So if you will just take it also, it won't create also any problem. If you will leave any one of these, then it is a problem. Okay, so I just want to emphasize more and more, taking a more number of parameters will not harm you, but less will create a problem. Now, these are the densities and viscosities are given to you. You need not to by-heart them actually for the exam point of view. So density of air is given, viscosity of the air is given, density of water is also given, and viscosity is also given to you. So these are the data are given to you. Now, whatever I have taught you today is also just also, can you all of you list at least what parameters are there in this total problem? Can all of you can the list it here? Because you are supposed to calculate here energy per unit mass and power, right? These are the things, correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So can you list what parameters are there in this question? All of you should list all these parameters. What are there? Take your pen and pencil and try to list them. Is it done? Listing of parameters, just list them. All parameters what you have in this particular question. Any response from anyone? Hello? Is there anyone to respond? What are the parameters you have in this question? Will you respond or will you keep like this?
Yes, sir, listed.
Okay. So can you name them one by one? What are those?
Sir,
Density,
Uh, One of you, either Palvi or the someone else, one of you. Hello?
Mohit बोल रहे हो? Sir, first is impeller diameter,
Okay,
flow rate,
fine.
then actual prototype, that is 800 RPM, and then
No, RPM is not parameter, so you can say it's speed. So
Okay,
that is
yes,
one parameter, okay?
yes.
Speed.
और मॉडल का 2000 आरपीएम स्पीड एंड
Speed
इट
again, na, speed is a common thing. Speed is one parameter. Model prototype is okay. So
और वो
if you
ड्रॉ
will,
कर पावर
हाँ,
75 वॉट.
सर ये
वैल्यूज
जो
से वैल्यूज से इसमें कोई मतलब नहीं है पल्लवी. देयर आर नो नीड ऑफ वैल्यूज, नो नीड टू कंफ्यूज विद मॉडल एंड प्रोटोटाइप. Once you are just finding a dimension of the numbers, forget about model and prototype. Just read in question what variables are listed to you. So variables, if you read here, this is giving energy per unit mass, one parameter. Other parameter is power. Next parameter is density, viscosity, diameter, speed, and flow rate. So these are the parameters involved in this question. No matter whether it is a model or prototype, these are the parameters involved. If you
ओके.
want to add the something more, you can add also. Let's say, fluid have some surface tension also, fluid have heat capacity also, fluid have this. So you can add them. That will your further extend your problem, but nothing wrong would go. But it's better to think. Let's say you are talking about isothermal flow. That temperature is not changing. So it means your temperature, your heat capacity will not come into the picture actually. Okay. So
Yes.
second part, the also if you don't have very small diameter something, or in that case capillary rise or fall will not be there. So no need to consider the surface tension also. So if you take them also, it's not nothing but wrong. So if that is your first part here. So first here that you wrote here your power. This is what you wrote, energy per unit. This is your flow rate here, Q. Then you wrote here density, you wrote omega, you wrote your diameter, you wrote your viscosity, right? There one more
Yes, sir.
parameter was there here, means the energy per unit mass. So you can take that parameter also here, one more here, energy per unit mass also. E, which I have not taken
Excuse me,
here.
sir.
So you, hello?
Sir, can we take the temperature also as a
You
parameter?
can take also temperature, but as I told you, if you are flowing a flow at a constant temperature, isothermal flow, so temperature will not create a problem. If you want to take, you can take it the temperature here. But if you are talking most of the
Okay, sir.
time in case of flow, we talk about isothermal flow, so it's not the concern for us. Okay. So temperature would be happier if you are talking about something about heat transfer with flow actually. So you take the temperature, you take heat capacity there. Those are the important parameters in that case. Correct. So you can add here one more term is the energy per unit mass also if you want to add, but I have not added here because we were calculating only the power of the pump something. So now you have the listed all of them here. So I have taken here the 6 here. So the 7th one would become your energy per unit mass, that you can write E actually. Okay, E dot. You can add one more term here, then this number would become 7. Now you write the all primary dimensions, write them up. All means the all of you, at least I want you to practice here. So you can write the dimension of the pressure. So pressure is this ml square T minus 3. Uh, uh, is it correct? No, no. This first one is power actually. This is not the pressure. It is power actually. So this is power. The ml square T minus 2 work done per unit time. So work is force into the distance. So and then that is work divided by time. So you will get ml square T minus 3. That is your power. Flow rate is given to you. Volumetric flow rate is not the mass flow rate. So flow rate mass would become 0 L cube by meter cube per second. That is your flow rate. Density kg per meter cube. This is your speed, your angular velocity omega actually. So 1 by time actually. And then you have here diameter. Diameter is given in terms of meters, L. Viscosity is already told to you, ml minus 1, T minus 1. Correct? You can list all of them. Now you count how many primary dimensions are involved here. So you have here mass, you have here length, you have here T. So primary dimensions total are 3 here, M are 3. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now the repeat parameter, the repeat variables, we have the guidelines. What are the guidelines? Rho, V, omega, or D or L. These are the guidelines we have. Let's see, we have all of them here or not. We have rho, density we have. Omega we have taken that. Diameter also we have, so we have taken all these three, and it serves the purpose. Means the repeating variables are 3 now. Now number of pi groups would be your n minus r only. This is 3. This is the 6 here, this is 3, so 6 minus 3 is 3. Is this fine till here?
Yes, sir.
Now we will add the repeat variables with the other variables one by one to calculate your pi groups. So if you go to the next slide here, so first you are calculating pi group 1. This is your power P. आपने power के साथ में add किया. Substitute the dimensions of means all of them. Put a power of that A, B, C, D. Equate the powers of M, L, T. So if you equate the power of M, you will get this equation. It will give you A, then power of L, you will get this one. So, and then you will get C, and power of T would equate this, will give you B. So you did that, and from there you got a number here, pi 1. This is P upon rho omega cube d phi. This is called your power number. Okay, this number is called power number. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Now go to the next one. Next one we have there is flow rate Q. Now we have added all those the repeat variables with flow rate. We do the same analysis with the flow rate. Calculate the power A1, A1, B1, and your C1. So for that you got your, again the next dimensionless group is Q upon omega dq. Can you the recall what this dimensionless the number is called? Q upon omega dq. It is the flow number I taught yesterday. Q upon omega dq. It is the flow coefficient of flow number. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we left with third one. So third is this with your viscosity. Do the same thing with the viscosity here. Calculate your constant ABC powers, and after that you are getting from the viscosity is pi. This you are getting omega mu upon rho omega d square. So omega d you can bifurcate into the d omega into d. So d omega would become your velocity, right? V equal to r omega, right? Yes or no? Linear velocity is r omega, correct? So this is your Reynolds number. 1 upon
Yes,
of
sir.
that. If you want to add that particular term energy per unit mass, you can also have that also. Add this particular, you will get a fourth pi group also. So which I have not done because based on that we are not doing any calculation for that. So therefore I have not added there. So finally you got 3 pi groups here. One is your power number, one is your flow coefficient, flow number, and the Reynolds number. What your problem says, neglect the effect of the Reynolds number because Reynolds number is being used to make sure a particular type of flow pattern. In case of palm, we are not interested in flow pattern. उसमें flow pattern होता ही जान नहीं है. Then no way. It is always turbulent. हाँ, if you are designing a car or aeroplane, flow patterns matters because it will give you the drag force and all this. You want to make sure a streamlined flow pattern over the body of the surface of your car, something. Their Reynolds number matters to you. So you should keep your knowledge activated. What number need to be considered. Therefore, here the Reynolds number is not being considered. In problem also it is being mentioned. The reason is that there are no flow patterns, so we should not worry about that. Fine. So now we got two numbers. One is power number, one is this flow coefficient or flow numbers, and these numbers should be equated from model to prototype. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Now what the question say is scaling. Scale size is your model is half of the prototype. That's what they give. So this is what is the given from here, the d of the model size. So mod d there is diameter of the impeller. So this d model upon d prototype is this 1/2. So from here, if you know the model, the prototype, the diameter, you can calculate the diameter of your model. Fine. These values are given to you. The model RPM is given to you 2000 RPM. You can convert this to the second also if you want. Prototype is given to you 800 RPM is given to you. Density of the model type, practical were performed on air. So this is the density of the air 1.1. Density of the prototype, because this you want to do on water. So this given to you 998 or 1000. Here in this problem is given 998. Use that. What else is given? These are the things. These are the dimensional the numbers which we have just calculated for this problem. So equate that from model to prototype. You wrote everything for model. You write everything for prototype. Substitute these values. You get your answer here. You know everything. You know Q of the prototype is the known to you. Find for the meter cube per second given to you. Omega model and prototype is the given to you. You have the substituted here. Diameter of model and prototype ratio is given to you 1/2. You have there, substitute here. You got the flow rate of model type 0.125 meter cube per second. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now the next number you have there, the power number, equate that. So next number is the find the power of the prototype. So you just equate your power number. So you have power number for the model, you have power number for prototype. Substitute all values. Here you have the power number of the model is known to you 75 watt. Density of the prototype is 1998. Density of the model is 1.21. And then you have RPM of prototype, RPM the model type. You have that value. Diameter of this model and prototype is given. Substitute all of them. You get the power of your prototype, 127 kilowatt. And these are the two things you were supposed to calculate: your flow rate of the model type and your power of the prototype, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
So this way this problem is completed. So this is the end of complete your dimensional analysis. So you did a dimensional analysis, model and prototype, means everything. If you have any doubt in this, you can ask. The rest of the problems need to be done on this way, all dimensional analysis. So in dimensional analysis, nothing is new. It you have from your 12th standard, we have just expanded it there. Here we are thinking what parameters can be involved. I am insisting again, in case of fluid flow, you can take all fluid properties. Only thing what will happen, your number of pi groups would increase. Nothing will go wrong in that way. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can have here in this problem, if you want to have here in case of pump, you can also had, but this energy per unit mass is practically had developed by the pump only, correct or not? In case of pump, correct or not? Energy per unit weight is called the head of the pump, HP, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So if you will take that also, you will get one more the number which will become a head coefficient. So if you add this number also, you will get one more the number. So all the time you just first find your dimensionless groups, equate them model to prototype, your calculations, find design calculation part is over. Fine.
Fine, sir.
So this completes your this dimensional analysis part here.